This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to a review of actually two LEGO sets. The first one I'll be reviewing is the Superman and Krypto Team Up. The second is the Lex Luthor Mech Takedown. And I'm reviewing the two of these together because there are two sets that combine into one. And I decided to go with them together. So I'll be first looking at the Superman and Krypto Team Up where they fight Lobo. And another one I'm going to look at the Lex Luthor Mech Takedown, which is with all these figures. But let's first look at this series of characters. And you first see Krypto the Superdog. He does have a removable head. I'm not going to take it off. You can turn his head, move it around, and do everything like that. And you can also put like a bladed weapon in his paw, like you can see over here. So you could, maybe look like he's flying around if I'm pulling him there, or hold some other stuff. But Krypto is a nice figure, and it's pretty cool to have him in a set. Then we have Superman, and this is based off his classic comics, just with more modern hair on it, instead of him having the curl. And it's a pretty nice detail. Oh, I just turned the head around full 360, so we'll take a look at the laser eyes, back print. I think this is pretty similar to the one that came in the original Lex Luthor Mech set. And finally we have Lobo. And he is missing a chain, which he typically does have. But I did make one. It's pretty easy. You just need one of these hook pieces from, I believe it was in some Batman sets. And then just a chain. I tried to find a silver one, but I didn't have one of those, so that has to do for me. But if you can find a silver one that isn't being used in a set, yeah, that makes it look a little better. Toss that to the side. Okay, let's first take a look at Lobo's bike, which is a really nice build. I think it would have been better with some of these orange fire pieces, but I don't think they wanted to include two sets of them in a, I believe this is probably a $20 set. It's not sold anymore, so that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, the two of these sets together for like $100, but it was a pretty good deal because I think they may go for even more. I was at a local toy store, which I definitely recommend you go check out, because you get a lot better deals there than on eBay. At least when buying, not maybe when selling, since you could get whatever deal you want on eBay. But you could sit Lobo there. Turning it around, you can see the front. You can see the back. When we get here, and if you push this green flame piece over here, you could launch this out, which is intended to go into here. So you use this to actually bust open the cell. It could go fully through. I'm just going to pop that off like that so I could put Superman in, because you put Superman in there. And then you can pop this area back on, or you can fold it down, but that makes it a little easier so you don't have to be moving that, because it's a little fragilely placed, since you could just easily pop it off. These cool like kryptonite swirls, vital signs, and stuff about the energy capacity. But that's all for this set, at least. It's a really cool set, but let's turn it around and look at the mech and see how these two sets connect. So first off, I'm going to flip this around and take a look at the figures. The first one we'll look at is Firestorm. I believe this is the Jason Rush Firestorm, since Jefferson Jackson is an original Arrowverse character, but if you want to say this is Jefferson Jackson, there's nothing really stopping you from saying that. And if you want to use them with Arrowverse characters, you could, to make, him as an Arrowverse one. But he has some of these power blasts, and could use this to fly. But since, you know, you can't kind of do that on studs, I'm not going to do it. Let me give it in a sec. Looking at his back, nice details, and I really like it. I think it's cool, and Firestorm hasn't been seen in a set since. Yeah, it's a little just too hard to do that right now with one hand, so I'm going to put him to the back so we can look at some other characters, like Wonder Woman. And this Wonder Woman looks really good. She is really detailed if you look around to the back. Some nice side leg printing. She doesn't have the armbands on. I think that would have made her the perfect Wonder Woman figure, but this is really detailed. And unlike Firestorm, that head's molded in, so I can't really so there's no backside printing. If you look at the back of Wonder Woman's head, she has more of a angry expression. And I really like this figure. It's a really nice Wonder Woman. And it goes great with some of the other ones, including from the 2020 minifigure series, the original Wonder Woman, and the DCEU one, which also looks really nice. And then we have Batman, who is supposed to actually attach to this. So I think I'm going to save him for a minute and review him and then talk about everything else that goes with him. So I'll just move him to the side quickly. We have Lex Luthor, and it's a really nice detailed figure. He goes in the mech, and I'll move him in there in a minute. The back of him is pretty detailed too, and he doesn't have a back head print because he's bald and that would look weird. Finally, we have Cheetah, and this is a nicely designed figure. I think there is 3 Cheetah minifigures. I think it's this one, the one from the minifigure series last year, and the one from the Wonder Woman set from last year. And I own all 3 of them. I have the complete DC minifigure series. And who knows, I might review it soon. Don't take it as a guarantee, because, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. But looking at her, it's very nice details. She has a spear. Flipping her to the backside, she has a tail. Popping out from the back, and pretty cool, more angry head print. Let's now look at the Batman character and him on his giant, you know, bat glider. So this is Batman in his rebirth suit, and it's really cool to see him in that. Although the figure's skin is like a little darker because of the printing on black. Head, it has been fixed recently, and it does look within a skin tone. I don't have any Batman figures up here to show that, but it still looks really cool. And looking to the backside, he doesn't have a cape because he attaches to that. But if you do put him down and turn that around, he has the more angry expression. And we'll take a look at his bat glider, which is really cool. I have to hold it because it can't stand still with the flames in it, which could move around a bunch. Yeah, again, stuff gets hard when you have one hand free only. But it can fly. It has 2 stud shooters, has a nice Batman sticker print, and you can simply take Batman. And it's going to be a lot harder because, you know, when you say simply and you have one hand free, it's like, oh, that actually wasn't 10 times harder. Put him on there and have him fly. But I did knock the flame piece off. Actually, let's take him off so you can see what it looks like when he's standing. So, this is Batman with his full thing. And honestly, I think that what they should have done is taken Batman out of the set, kept that design in, put in a Batwing figure, as in the character, not the vehicle. That would have been really cool, at least in my opinion, to have a unique new Batman character instead of Blade characters just having another Batman. But I guess they wanted to get the Trinity in there, and that's why he's in there. So let's move this to the side. I'll take Luthor to put him in his suit, I'll take a look at the mech. I'll split it up into some pieces to look at. So let's first look at the cockpit, which, of course, actually that wasn't too hard. I'd prefer turning this giant stud shooter back just so you can get this out a little easier, especially with one hand. When it flies, it's supposed to be like this, having these two flaps down. You can flip this up, and you can see where Luthor sits. Let's put his arms out. Put him in a sitting position. And I'm going to try to fit him on here with one hand. And I think you could get a common theme with my videos. Doing this with one hand is very annoying. Okay, got him. You can close that. Let's take a look at the cockpit a little more. You can turn this around. It's pretty plain at the back, but that's, you know, just an escape pod it needs to fit in. And this is what the suit looks like without it. That looks very nice and detailed, but we could just slide him back on by getting these holes into these pins and clipping this clip into that clip on there. So let's go and try to get this on. And yeah, I think this looks very nice. His arms can move, and there are these two cylinder pieces that are meant to be held by the characters. This green one comes with the Lobo set, but since it was attached to the red one, I just figured let's attach the green one there too. I'm kind of about to bring them off, but for the other, to show the other set, the arm can move around a bunch. You can see the kryptonite kind of axe, I would say. You can see the arm over there is the same, just doesn't hold the axe, but you could put it in there if you want to. The legs are cool, and you have this giant cannon. Turning to the back, you can see there are 4 sets of boosters, 2 down here, 2 up here. Hey, sorry about that jump cut. Someone just came in and made a bunch of noise, so I had to cut from there. But this is what the suit looks like, the preferred way I do it, because it looks a lot better integrated into the suit like this. It connects with these 2 little clips, attaches to clips over there, but the way they show on the box, I'm going to do another jump cut because, yeah, I can't do this with one hand, so I'll see you in a sec. This is how it's shown on the box, but I don't think this looks as good. Doesn't turn it around. You can see the stuff popping out, and I think it looks better the other way. But that's kind of my opinion. I wonder what you think about that. And what do you think of this set overall? I really like it. Although I'm guessing this would have cost probably like $60, maybe $70 when it was in stores. I'm guessing this was probably $40, maybe $50. And the Lobo set was probably $20, maybe $30, but I'm guessing, yeah, it'd be like around the $50 to $70 range. I got it for $100, but I still think it's a really good deal. I definitely recommend getting this set if you can find it for a good price. And look out for the next week's content. And I'm going to start reviewing Lord of the Rings sets next week. I'm going to review both next week, and then I think I'll review the Black Gate, and the week after I'll review Weathertop. I do have other sets, but those aren't fully complete. Missing either figures, some pieces, and more. I'm looking into getting those pieces right now, but I haven't finished that up yet, so that's going to take a little bit of time. But those are all the videos I'll be releasing within the next 2 weeks. And then I'm going to take a break recording, and then when it starts getting to maybe mid-September, I'm going to record a bunch more videos then. But, you know, besides that, I think I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.